And then go ahead, Denise, and then we'll
Hey,
go.
Denise.
Hi, Greg. Um, well, Sunday evening, I was just watching a movie and my left eye started to get this kaleidoscope, like stained glass color and it all these waves.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No headache, and it went on for
It's called
quite a
a
while.
visual migraine. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
But
it's visual migraines sometimes have pain with them and sometimes they don't. It's just like you see colors and you'll see whatever, but it's still the nerve is being impacted. And so um you can treat it like a migraine. I would honestly probably use like marjoram and rub it into the scalp and around the base of the skull, or base of the skull you could put in vetiver or something like that, and then maybe rub a little vetiver or spikenard on the Ming Men area, which is opposite the navel, um, just to
better.
calm that down a little bit. But that
Um,
was just a visual migraine. Yeah.
okay. And would valerian be a good one or vetiver would for me?
Oh no, either one. Yeah, sure, either one.
I don't have either, but if I was to get
Oh,
one.
valerian might be a little tiny stronger on the Ming Men. At the base of the skull, vetiver would work a little better. So, if I had to choose, I'd probably go vetiver first.
Okay.
If you're going to do them on both, but if you're just focusing on the Ming Men, valerian.
Okay, then, but the next morning when I woke up, I didn't even get out of bed. And I had this, like a Charlie horse, really, really bad Charlie horse on my left shoulder. And it went across my chest and just clung around my right breast and didn't let up for a long time. So because of those two symptoms, all right, they've said,
Right, right.
go to the ER. And I was like, I don't want to go in the ambulance. So I called, my doctor and
Sure.
eventually he did see me. All right. And I think he was impressed that my blood pressure seemed okay. Everything
Hmm.
seemed to be okay, but he was uncomfortable enough to send me to get an EKG and blood work. So if I did have any heart problems, okay, can you tell me what I need to do? Because I haven't gotten the results from the
Yeah.
test. What do I need to do other than I'm
Yeah. Let's
exhausted?
see what kind of heart stuff comes up, but I doubt that a heart thing comes up.
Oh,
That you had
thank
a
God.
visual migraine and that you had a cramp around that area. I'd still go with the marjoram, put it on that area, but there's a thing called pseudo heart pain or pseudo like heart attack pain, and it's
Okay.
basically just like you described it. It's a cramping that goes across like the chest and everything, and then when you go and have your heart evaluated, there's nothing there. Like it's fine, and it it causes like some similar symptoms, but it's for different reasons. So it's not related. And so you did the good thing. You went and had it done, and you had EKG and blood work and everything like that. But it's like migraines. There is a bunch of cramping and body tension that can happen, and you're going through a lot of difficult things right now. And so I would say there's probably a bunch of tension because of that, and it can manifest sometimes as a headache or a migraine. And so that you didn't have pain is really super good.
No, I did
Um,
have pain. I had a lot of pain, really gripping pain.
in
That's really scary.
the visual migraine or the chest pain?
The chest pain.
Yeah,
And
I was
then,
talking about the visual migraine. That you didn't have pain with that. That was a good sign. And then the chest stuff, you just got to unwind the chest muscle and the shoulder and the backside in that area. Yeah.
and unwind that. Can you give me an idea? Are you saying
Marjoram, like
marjoram?
same,
Marjoram.
yeah, same oils that we're talking about. You can marjoram, vetiver, valerian, spikenard, any of that stuff on that area should be very, very helpful. Now, if there is some hard stuff that does show up,
Yeah.
get the diagnosis and follow what the doctor says, but we can augment and treat those things as well.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, was there anything healthy I could do for my heart? Even a foot bath right now? I mean, is there anything?
So things that are super good for the heart, pine, Sylvester pine on the chest or terebinth. That can be good. That's usually more for like the heart muscle itself feels a little achy, but
Okay.
inhaling or taking a few drops of either Melissa or Neroli or Ylang Ylang can be very good. If you have Anula, a lot of long, slow, deep breaths with Anula can be very helpful. And then the camphor on the arms and legs is all very helpful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Well, no, it was very helpful what you just shared.
Yeah.
And I'll copy down. Thank you, Robert. I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
copying down the
Yeah.
names of all those. Thank you very much.
Have you had COVID in the last 6 months?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. You
Okay.
know, remember I was pretty sick just before this, and it did not clear. It did not clear. I was tempted to do a COVID test and I didn't. And I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it was only a week. It was a week leading up to this. Then I had a couple 2 days good, and then boom, this happened. So it could, who knows?
the issue being that I've seen this probably more the last few years than I've had in the last like decade or so. And it's always usually the aftermath of some COVID stuff. And I'm talking about the pseudo pain. Like it's not really causing a cardiac issue. It's causing a pseudo cardiac pain. The only thing that if there is any sort of concern about blood clots, your doctor will evaluate it and everything, but the oil that we would use would either be lemon or helichrysum.
Oh, I have both of those. Would they be taken like internal, external?
Internal. Yeah. Two or three drops with the helichrysum, 5 or 6 drops with the lemon.
Once a day?
Once a day is probably enough.
Or at least now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
yeah,
5 to
like
6.
if there's a significant issue, then we can change that up. But just for like maintenance, I was even talking to Samantha as we were traveling. I was like, I used to take lemon just as a like a tonic for the heart, and I was like, I stopped doing that, and like I'm not having any issue, but I was like, I think I need to do that again. It's hard to maintain something when there's not really a reason, like when you're just like, I'm just preventing a potential. And so I usually forget about it and I don't think about it. And lemon's good for that. Lemon's very good for that.
In my years, living, okay, and in this
Mhm.
body, I've noticed that viruses specifically, they just lay pretty dormant. And like when you do get sick, you're exactly right. It's like it sort of awakens them a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's and COVID was quite, I'm guessing, in that very serious virus category.
I would say that we're still trying to understand
What happened there?
the whole COVID thing. Yeah. Like, because there's going to be, not as potent as the COVID that we went through, but there's going to be versions of that for years to come. My earliest notes for COVID were like back in 2004, 2005.
Amazing.
Not like the version that we have now, but like COVID's been around for a while. It's just it mutated into this crazy form. But viruses do really weird things to the body. And I've shared where I had people who had really severe neurological pain, and we treated it all different kinds of ways. And we'd get little to no effect. And I treated it like a virus, and the pain went away. It would be like the arm would have a nerve radiating down and the hand wouldn't function, or there would be really severe back pain. And, it wasn't enough to where you go, okay, I'm going to treat everybody this way. But like when things become non-responsive, one of the things that I do is I go, okay, let's look at it being viral.
Yeah.
Viruses are hard to see in the body. Like you don't always like see them. Like they're good at being cagey and hiding and blending in, and
they're low-level entities, those guys.
Yes. Yeah.
You may as well treat both of them.
Yeah.
Chances are at least roll this 2 out and then go from
Right.
there. Thank you so much, Greg.
You're
At
so
least you
welcome.
made me really laugh. Okay, have a good evening. Okay, see you this weekend, you guys.
Okay, great.
Thank you.